Welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to talk about an issue. I want to talk about the Tyga situation and his album, if you can call it that, STARFACE. I listened to it so you guys don't have to. I could barely get through it. Most songs I just stopped listening to them towards the end. It's fucking horrible. I kind of wanted to go through my problems with it and just have a little bit of a chat. And I just want to talk about the things that I picked up while listening to the album and just some of the lines that I picked up on as well. The lyrics are atrocious. But you guys might have seen, you probably have seen, it's been going pretty viral. So Tyga's dropped this album on the 31st of July, STARFACE. Pitchfork have given it a 0 out of 10 rating. It is the first and only record in history to get a 0, so it's officially the worst rated album ever if we're going just by Pitchfork standards there. Pitchfork could be wrong. They can be wrong. It's just another mainstream music reporting website. They can make mistakes just as we can. It's still all opinion based. So I was pretty interested. Why is it a 0? It's because it's just fucking AI. He's come out and admitted that he's used AI for the album. The album sounds completely and totally like AI. It's ridiculous. So I got this TMZ article here. AI didn't write or sing my songs. Look at him. He's basically just doing a Tory Lanez ripoff, a horrible ripoff. It's 80s themed, and apparently he's saying that he used the AI to make the synths and guitar solos, as we can see here. So I only use AI for some synths and guitar solos, stressing he spent 3 months in the studio, wrote every song and performed every vocal himself. Doesn't fucking sound like it. I highly doubt that once you listen to this just abhorrent. It felt like there was a nest of mosquitoes in my ear while I was listening to this. It just sounds like complete rubbish. Anyway, we got the 0 out of 10 here. He's saying here as well, I don't really know what Pitchfork is. All I know is the devil used the Pitchfork. That's a lie. Everyone knows what Pitchfork is, especially if you're in the industry. That's just complete cap. Doja Cat called him a penis for making an AI album. Doja Cat's funny. Yeah, like I said, it's just a Tory Lanez knockoff with the whole 80s bit. We should not be supporting AI in music in any form. That goes across art in general. AI can be a useful tool in some industries and sectors. I'm not a big supporter of it. I'm a big supporter of intellectual and creative thinking, human development, education, things like that. Whether or not it's destructive for the earth is obviously a different conversation. In terms of art is the one thing that inherently has to be human. Art is the portrayal of feelings, emotions, stories. It's inherently human. AI should not be supported or listened to or used in music or art in any form. We shouldn't be supporting that. And the second that we do start supporting that is the second that this all goes downhill, because we can't be losing what makes music music, and what makes music is the human thought behind it. Anyway, so I listened to this album, and again I keep using quotations because it's if you can even consider it an album. And I've taken down some notes for all the tracks, right? Very rough notes. So the first track, spinning in circles, it feels like a fucking nursery rhyme. The delivery across this album is so lazy, and it literally just sounds like a toddler has learned how to rhyme for the first time. Like a kindergarten. And that you can tell, he's I used AI to just do some of the noises, but I wrote all the lyrics. If you wrote all the lyrics, then why do we have such a boring delivery? The next track here, White Grains, he's just talking. It doesn't sound like he's rapping. It doesn't sound like he's singing. He says, counting up the minutes, counting up the bills. I genuinely just started feeling sick when I was listening to this. I started feeling actually ill. Powdered Dreams is one of the worst melodies I've ever heard. It just sounded, smelt, tasted like AI. Look at the skyline, look at the shoreline, everything's mine. Stack it tall, this is fucked, I can't lie. Stack it tall, never fall, take a chance, win it all. Are we for real? Genuinely, are we for real? Just Us Tonight. This track just felt like he was using a toy microphone for children that has reverb settings and effects on it, like a karaoke microphone. The next track was called Freezing, with the main lyric was, "Why are you acting freezing?" What does that even mean? Why are you acting freezing? Like, even though I don't like AI, like, we've all used it, right? We've all asked it something. And you know when it, like, just spits out just, like, some incomprehensible bullshit that doesn't make any sense? Why are you acting freezing? Doesn't make any sense. Acting freezing? Like, I mean, maybe, but you can just tell. Like, no normal person would come up with that line there. Gave you racks. Again, the titles are super cringe and just basic, and literally all of the lyrics are just about money and, like, driving around. Like, it just sounds like so forcibly vaporwave and kind of like Scarface inspired. And, like, it's just that all of the tracks he's pretty much just talking. Like, you can't consider this like an album, dude. The track Time is Currency sounded the same as all the other tracks. He said in Time is Currency, "Checking the mail every day, wishing my debt would just melt away." Wouldn't it be nice if all our debts melted away? It just sounds so childish, dude. Wishing my debt would just melt away. The entire album is, like, unlistenable, dude. Obvious use of AI is just such a sour taste, man. And it's not even, like, the fact that, like, the whole thing sounds AI. Even if we stick with what he said, like, I used it for some of the synths and stuff, we shouldn't be listening to that. If you want to get a synth or a guitar that sounds 80s, then hire someone who knows how to produce or make those type of sounds. Pay them, support their business, support their industry. Like, you can feel human emotions even behind instruments. When there's just AI, it just feels flat. Like, the whole thing felt flat. The track Affection, again, just sort of the same flow. He said, "It's a losing game, such a crying shame, you're the one to blame." Profound. The third last track here is called Die For You. He said, "I made the money cry, now it's falling from the sky." It's like what I said before. You tell AI to, like, make something and it just gives you something that doesn't make sense. What does made the money cry? What the fuck does that even mean? Second last track, Last Forever. This one I'm just repeating, like, some of the lyrics. So let me know if you guys think this sounds like AI. Maybe I'm overanalyzing it. Maybe he really did come up with these super beautiful, lyrics here. These profound lyrics. Last Forever, he said, "Something sweet, moving my weary feet, water on the bay, watch the colours fade to grey." About to shed a tear, man. My bad, that was the last track, actually, my bad. So I kind of wanted to wrap up by just saying that I don't think anyone should listen to this album. No one should buy this album. Do not stream this album. Do not support this album. Tyga's got bangers for sure. Like, when he's actually rapping, he's definitely had a big career. I've seen him live at Rolling Loud Thailand a few years ago. Like, he's definitely got his place in the game. But this just knockoff, like, Tory Lanez inspired sort of 80s influences, like, just a disgusting tribute to some of the most creative and beautiful music ever made, which was in the 80s. And the reason it's so beautiful is because they're so catchy and well put together and emotional and thoughtful, because you have these amazing talents before AI was ever a thing, and they had to grind and they had to make this shit themselves. The second people start supporting AI in music is the second that it's just going to fall apart, which is, as I was saying at the start, it's already had such a harmful effect on not only, people, but the world in general, and it needs to be kept out of art. So, bit of a rant video. It's my first kind of rant style video. I really just needed to talk about it. So I've listened to it, so you don't have to. Don't. Hit the subscribe if you agree with me that AI should be kept out of music, and give this a like if you enjoyed my very negative rant. And as always, take care.